Second and a yard at the Ravens' 23-yard line.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster?
Yeah.
The big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. Know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Ravens nothing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Johnny!
Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Chris Boswell.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Yo, if you watching the screen, go ahead, share it. Let everybody know,
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
Come on.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Winston to throw it this time. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through.
Oh, I got to adjust something.
The massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
McCaffrey the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They do go for it. Here's Allen, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there, because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does, and delivers a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
Jameis to throw it.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll run with McCaffrey. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's No good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three.
Chris Boswell.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Ravens take over at first and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run again with Carson. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
On third down, it's Carson, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A 4-yard.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Carson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Again, the ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man here, T.J. Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picked. Up a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jameis Winston. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Not the the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
59. Mike 59. Push him back. Push him back. Check.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The quarterback sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Alert. Screen. Pass. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check 59. Let's go, tight end.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the end.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got Smith here. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 22.
At the 44-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
intercepted by the Ravens.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Gain on the play. And a Raven first down.
On first down, it's Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Gain on the play. And it's third down.
He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A 35-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good.
The kick.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Ravens 20.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own 23.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 10. A little under 2.5 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. To throw again on second down. Allen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down. Carson taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the Steelers' 9-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Smith catches left side. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. He goes full extension, and he's got it. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. He's going to let it fly.